So here we've got a rectangle OABC. So if we drew a picture of this, here's our origin. A to B is 6, O to A, so this length is 6. This is vector A. This is vector B. Oh no, OC is vector B. That's confusing. So OC is vector B. And we know that the length from O to A is 8. So we want to find these two diagonals. We want to find this diagonal, O to B, in terms of A and B. Does it make sense that you could go there? Because this is a rectangle, that going from O to A and then A to B would get you from O to B. And that A to B is the same vector as O to C. So we can write O to B as just going to vector A plus vector B. The other diagonal depends on how you want to draw it. If you drew the other diagonal from A to C, or C to A, as long as you labeled it, both answers would be considered correct. Now, if I'm going from A to C, first I'd have to go negative A and then go from O to C. What is the length of O to B plus C to A? So I'm going to just write out C to A here as well. That would be going negative B plus A. Well, O to B, we already figured out was just A plus B. And C to A is negative B plus A. So putting this all together, this is just the length of two A's. Since we know the length of A was 8 already, the length of two A's will be 16. Now going back to our diagram, can we see this happening? If you took O to B and you went this vector up to there and ended at that point, and then you went from C to A, which is the other diagonal vector, back, does it make sense that you would go 2 lengths of A? So you can see it from the diagram as well. And finally, if you went from O to A and then from A to C and then back from C to O. Oh, did we miss part B? We did, didn't we? I think I might have. Part B was just find the length from O to B. Well, a couple of ways you could go about this. One, you could just use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, because you have a triangle here with 6 and 8. And so if you did that, you would get a length of 10. Or you can think of point B, its position vector is 6, 8. and then just find the length of that as well, which would still be a squared plus b squared equals c squared. If you were starting here at O, and you went from O to A, and then you went from A to C, and then you went from C to O, that's where you started, and that's where you ended. That answer would be 0, or you could even write, if you'd like, the 0 vector, which doesn't go anywhere.